Hi, Jace and Rowan. We are going to be working on the second part of our self-portraits. Remember what we did last time? We did the outline of our faces, put everything in the right spot. This time we're going to take our Sharpie markers and we want to remember how to be careful and take care of our Sharpie markers. They are permanent markers, which means that they do not come off of any kind of fabric or off the table. So the only place that we want to draw with these is on our paper. So you always want to remember where the cap is. So you're going to stick that on the back and you're going to carefully hold with your two fingers and your thumb to control your marker. We are going to outline all of the features on our face that we want to keep. So if we look at Mr. Warner's again, you can see the black Sharpie markers that we have around the eyes, the ears, the oval of the face, the nose, the lips, the hair, the neck, and then the special details on his shirt. So we're going to go ahead today and I'm going to start at the bottom. All right. I'm going to draw over my shirt that I did a V neck and my shoulders, and I'm going to outline all of the vertical lines I put in. I put stripes as the decoration on my shirt, and I am going to trace over the pencil lines on that. I'm going to do my neck as well. And the oval for my face. And for my ears. I'm going to go in and do my eyes. You want to make sure that you get your eyelids as well and your pupils. You're going to go ahead and trace those. I'm going to come in and do the U for my nose. And then the C's on the side. And this should all go pretty fast because you've already put those lines in. Now, we did that little diamond shape. That was just to help you figure out how to put your lips on. You don't have to trace that. I've got my lips, my nose, my eyes. I'm going to put some lines for my eyebrows. You can either do those just with color or you can use the marker. I'm going to go in and I'm going to trace the edges of my hair. Now, boys, my hair is a light brown, so I'm not going to trace all of that. I'm going to do that with color. If you have blonde hair, I just want you to trace the outside. If you have dark hair, you can trace those hair lines as well. Pause the video if you need to and trace every part of your face. When you're finished, you're going to take your eraser, either from your pencil. I'm going to use my big eraser, and I'm going to go in, and I'm going to take out all those lines, we call those guidelines, that we put in to help us figure out where to put everything. So you're just going to go ahead and erase all of those lines. And when I erase, it makes the camera shake. I'm going to get those all off, all the little eraser leftovers. Okay, so it should look, your picture should look like this. You might see little lines left over, but mostly it's all erased. Okay? Pause the video until you get all of those lines erased. And then we'll talk about adding color. So for our coloring, you're going to be using what we call oil pastels. And you should have a little bag of a variety of colors that you will use for your self-portrait. We're not going to worry about coloring in our skin. We are going to worry about coloring in our hair, our iris color, the black for the pupils, our lips, and our shirts. We're going to start with our hair on top. So I have blonde, light brown hair. So I'm going to choose a yellow ochre. It's kind of this sand color. I'm going to go in and start to fill in my hair. Now what's fun about oil pastels is that they are soft, and you can, because they're soft, you can blend them. So I'm taking a brown and I'm going to blend that in with my yellow. And you can see I can go over it and it's going to blend. And you're going to go and you're going to do that in all the areas where your hair is. Now, your hair might be short, so it might not take as long. I want to use a bunch of different colors. I might even use some actual yellow. I also have some dark brown. And again, you can do those colors on top of each other. So you want to keep coloring and filling in that hair until all of it is filled. Remember what Mr. Warner says. He wants it all filled in. He doesn't want to see any of that paper coming through where the hair color is supposed to be. So we're going to put several colors on top of each other in order to do that. And as you can see, it's starting to fill in. I'm going to use a little bit of that dark brown. And then again, I'm going to go in with the yellow ochre and really blend that in on top. I know you boys are going to do a great job. I can't wait to see how they look. Okay, the next thing we're going to do are the eyes. Now, you're going to need a black, and that's going to be for our pupils. That's the small interior part of our eyes. And then we're going to do the outside part that's colored. Now, I have brown eyes. You need to choose the color that your eyes are. If they're blue, like Mr. Warner's, then you want to grab a blue. So you're going to go ahead. I'm putting a brown color around mine. Mine actually are pretty light brown. So I'm going to go in with the white. You can see what the white looks like. And I'm going to use that to help blend some of the browns together. And I might have to go in and just clean up my pupil. Then you put a little bit of a white highlight on there so it can look like that. And now I got to do the same thing to the other side. I'm going to add a little bit of white. A little bit of brown and a little white highlight. All right. So you can see the eyes up close. Now we don't have to do anything more to the nose, but we do need to do the lips. Now the lips, I think we're going to start with a red. We're just going to fill those in. So you want to keep filling in the lips with the red. Now obviously no one's lips are that red naturally. So we're going to go in with the white and we're just going to soften up those colors a little bit. We're going to blend that in, and you can even use your finger to kind of blend it. Now you could use the white, you could use the pink to kind of soften that. You can go back in with the red if you need. And again, you can see Mr. Warner's are slightly blended. He has the red with the white and pink over it. And this is the way mine have ended up. Now you can see there are little pieces of extra oil pastel, and you can just kind of move those off to the side. Okay, so we're not going to do anything to our skin tone, but we are going to do our shirts. So depending on what color yours is, you're going to start to fill it in. Now, Mr. Warner, he did a couple different greens, and then he mixed some brown with it. And so you can see the different, and these he blended with his finger, and these he just rubbed on the side. So whatever yours is, I want you to go ahead and use all the different colors you need to blend your shirt. You want to stay in your lines, and you want to put some nice detail in. So I'm going to do mine in blue. So I'm going to go in with a dark blue to start. And I'm going to kind of go over those vertical lines for the collar. And then I'm going to do my stripes. Every other one I'm going to do with that dark blue. You can see that my paper has some texture because you can see that from when it's colored in. I'm then going to take a medium blue and I'm going to blend that in over top of my dark blue to kind of fill it in like we did with the hair, where we did a couple different colors together. And I'm going to go over my collar a little bit. And I'm going to take my light blue and I'm going to add just a little extra. And then I'm going to blend that with my finger. I'm going to make some of those like the vertical lines. So you'll see my finger, because we're using oil pastels, when I blend it, it gets color. And that's okay. We'll wash that off when we're done. We'll blend that in. I'm going to take, I think I'll do maybe green in between. And then you can see I've got a green and blue sweater. Got my neck, my lips are filled in, my eyes, my hair, and I forgot. I think I'm gonna add just a little bit of color to my eyebrows. You could use a brown. You want it to be about the same color as your hair. Don't forget your eyebrows. There we go. There we have it. Take your time, put in lots of details on your shirt. I look forward to seeing what you do and what your finished drawing looks like. Talk to you guys soon.